What is up, MLG family? It's your boy MLG Gamer, and today I am back with another video here on my channel, and I am bringing you another reaction video. This is 10 best wrestling video games ever. 10 best wrestling video games ever. So this is by whatculture.com. whatculturewrestling.com. The original video is in the description down below, and make sure to go and check this out. Video. Make sure to go subscribe to make sure to subscribe to whatculture, and I forgot to turn off my fan. Make sure to subscribe to whatculture.com. Links in the description to this video, so you can subscribe. Anyways, my phone's about to die. It's like on 13%, so let's get straight to the video.
I've never understood people who are into gaming but not wrestling. As far as I'm concerned, wrestling is basically Street Fighter IRL. They both feature larger-than-life
dude, I love this game.
Real finishing moves, and both will
WWE
embarrass your
All-Stars
parents equally
was a
if you're
good
still into
wrestling
them
game.
in your 30s. Since 1983, wrestling and gaming have
Oh,
enjoyed
dude,
the
look how
happiest of
bad that
marriages. Sure, like every marriage, there's been
Look at
bumps
that.
along the way. For every
my
WCW versus NWO World Tour, there's been a Royal Rumble. But 98%
like
of the
they
time,
say,
wrestling plus video
old games
games
are the
equals
best.
fun. And with WWE 2K17 just around the corner, what better time to take a look back
2090s.
at some of the greatest wrestling games of all time.
Oh
I'm
man.
Chris from What Culture, and
Chris.
these are the 10 best wrestling games ever. Number 10, WWE All-Stars.
Yeah,
Wrestling is perfect. Almost.
I love
the only
things.
thing missing? Gravity-breaking finishing moves performed by
love-
superstars more unbelievably giant than you.
Yeah, I love playing this because I had it on my PSP. Also I had it on my I think Xbox 360. But every time I Google, like, I was addicted to this game. I think I also had it on my, was it on for DS? I think so. I think I had it for DS too. It's kind of crazy. I was addicted to this game. I played it on on my 360, and then when we had to go to the store or something, I'll go ahead and play it on my my PSP, and play it in stores all the time. It's crazy because like that was like a long time ago. Jeez, I kind of wanna play that game again. It's crazy.
Your mum. And that's what WWE All-Stars
Me and
delivers.
Mom built.
Seriously, you've never seen a rock bottom like this before. And you
Nope.
won't accept anything less ever again. Though,
It was
light on
simple,
modes and
it was
depth,
simple,
its
and it
crazy
was
in-ring
fun.
action is guaranteed to widen eyes and drop jaws. Fantasy
If you haven't
Warfare
played that
mode
game
showed
yet,
us what it would
I
look
mean,
like
if
if
you
some
haven't played it,
legendary
go pick
superstars
that
that
up.
never got to face off finally did. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk. With thoughtfully put together promo packages before each match by people who clearly care and understand wrestling, the results are tremendous. All-Stars has that
RKO
extra
though.
bonus of being super accessible to non-wrestling fans. Weirdos. Number 9. WWE 2K16. Ukes have been refining their SmackDown engine since the year 2000, and it's really astounding to see how far it's come. At a glance, it's tough to tell the difference between the game and an actual WWE broadcast, but I have to play with the commentary off. Seriously, I don't care how educated his feet are or what good use he's putting them to, I'm trying to win the wrestling match. 2K Showcase lets us enjoy first-hand classic moments from WWE history. From reliving the greatest victories of Stone Cold Steve Austin
Yeah.
to the fantastic
That's the only
Attitude
thing I
Era
like about
mode from
2K Showcase
WWE
though,
13 that was written by
It
Paul
was
Heyman
a
himself.
good.
The
They had
drama
a
of
good story
WWE
between it.
has never been more accurately captured in a video game. Number 8. Super Fire Pro Wrestling X Premium. The Fire
one.
Pro
I like
series has
this one.
enjoyed very limited exposure and success in the West, making appearances on consoles such as the PS2 and Game Boy Advance. It's
wow,
this
that Game Boy
SNES
did.
iteration that still has the hardcores coming
Dude,
back
look
for
at this
more. The
game.
isometric view might not be
Holy
for everyone,
crap.
but SFP WXP was a true pioneer, boasting a Create a Wrestler mode in the 16-bit
Yeah.
era. This was huge. Fire Pro
Yeah.
takes its wrestling experience to the
Let me
higher
on
end
the
of the
old
realism
game
scale,
console.
with the
That's
player needing to remember to breathe. This may deter the more casual player, but with a franchise that includes C4 explosion death matches, who said they were invited in the first
Is that Hulk
place?
Hogan? Yeah, it's
Number
Hulk Hogan.
7.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Stone Cold Steve Watson, John Cena, Triple Who? These names mean nothing in the arenas of Def Jam Vendetta. or anywhere, really.
It looks
Those aren't real
familiar.
names. Instead, you have to contend with the likes of Method Man, DMX, and Luda. After No Mercy, AKI took their legendary engine and applied it to the world of hip-hop in an idea that would never get greenlit these days. That's because it sounds crazy, but the results are glorious. There are grapples, submissions, and even Irish whips, but the word wrestling is never mentioned. It's just like modern WWE. The story mode is straightforward but awesome. The multiplayer action is fast and the soundtrack is kick-ass. What it lacks in customization and modes, the sequel, Fight for NY, more than makes up for, and both games deserve your immediate attention. Number 6. WWF WrestleFest. The undisputed big daddy of arcade wrestling games, Techno's 1991 coin-op is so iconic. Chunky, colourful sprites, a classic chip-tune soundtrack, and 10 of the most beloved names from WWF's heyday made this game a staple in arcades worldwide throughout the 1990s. It was addictive and boasted a surprising variety of moves for the time, ensuring that all the kids who stepped up left with empty pockets. It may be a simpler wrestling game for a simpler time, but I remember walking by a cabinet and seeing the screen display Mean Gene interviewing the Legion of Doom and being absolutely blown away. Just look at those graphics! Perfection. Number 5. WCW vs NWO Revenge. The beloved sequel to World Tour and greatest WCW game ever arrived in late 1998 as an N64 exclusive. Arguably the most important feature that Revenge popularized, and one that, in this guy's humble opinion, needs to be present in every single wrestling game, was the ability to customize existing wrestlers' names and attires. Wrestlers' looks and gimmicks can change a lot in the fast-moving world of professional wrestling, and the fact that Revenge gave N64-owning grappling enthusiasts the ability to change this allowed them to keep their rosters current. I played this game to death with a friend back in the day, and neither of us were wrestling fans at the time.
Oh my god.
So incredible is this game. The quality of the game was so undeniable that the next offering from AKI would be a real titan. Number 4. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. When the SmackDown series switched to the SmackDown vs. Raw moniker in 2004, some interesting nuances were added, such as voiceovers from real WWE talent. What really made SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 stand out as the best title in that particular run, though, was the hugely entertaining story mode, featuring angles specifically written for the game, and an impressive voiceover cast, including the likes of The Undertaker, whose ridiculous and brilliant in-game angle involving Eddie Guerrero is unforgettable. Number 3. WWF WrestleMania 2000. After seeing the stampeding success of WCW vs. NWO Revenge, WWE promptly ghosted Acclaim and shacked up with AKI and THQ themselves. Smart move. And what a beautiful baby they made. WrestleMania 2000 also built on the Editor Wrestler function that Revenge introduced, adding a full-on core mode. This is how myself and countless other wrestling fans, including AJ Punk herself, learned every single wrestling move name under the sun. Probably why I didn't do too well in my history GCSE.
That was a good nickname for
snapmares. We've still yet to see an HD re-release of WrestleMania or its sequel, but with these N64 games still so beloved by fans to this day, it can't be completely out of the question. Number 2. WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. The fourth and undisputedly best game in the original SmackDown series featured a roster that reflected WWE's outrageous lineup of talent at the time. Here Comes the Pain merged the series' hallmark fast action with an added level of technical nuance. Add to that a solid storyline mode, never before seen match types such as the Elimination Chamber, and bra and panties matches. No, don't snigger. I can't tell you how many times me and my mates have settled heated disputes with bra and panties matches in real life. It really separates the men from the boys. Number 1. WWF No Mercy. Yeah, that's right. No Mercy is number 1. It may not be a surprise, but that doesn't stop it from being an undeniable fact. The Creator Wrestler mode had more depth than we'd ever seen, with new moves and attire unlocked through the SmackDown Mall. Endlessly grinding through survival mode for SmackDown dollars, though, didn't ever feel like a grind, because the game's so fun. No Mercy story mode was revolutionary, with multiple belts to go after, branching paths, and unforgettable angles from the Attitude Era recreated for your wrestler to experience themselves. It was so far ahead of its time that modern wrestling games are still playing catch-up. The game actually launched with a game-breaking bug that wiped all your progress and reset everything in the game, and it's still the greatest wrestling game of all time. And if you disagree, I'll fight you. And by that I mean, I'll play you with No Mercy. And I get to use my created character, and we use my settings, and you have to use the crappy 2-player controller. And if you win, I'm telling, and you're not coming to my birthday party. No Mercy is still fun, it's still being played, and it's still being modded. There's a reason. No Mercy is the pinnacle of wrestling games, released during wrestling's most popular period. It was the best time to be a wrestling fan and a gamer, and if you were blessed enough to be both, well, this was your reward, and will probably never see the likes of it again. And
I
that's
never
it.
played No
That's our
Mercy.
list. Please let me know in the comments about how I forgot Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, Pro Wrestling, Saturday.
Well, if I would ever make a list, like top 10 best wrestling games like he did, I would put in the comments what y'all put, like what was the 10 best wrestling games you played or back in the day. But I would put like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed that game, especially the Road to WrestleMania. It was so cool, and how you could walk backstage and everything. But that was like a really good game. I kind of want to go back and play it, like I said, with all the other games. Anyways, make sure to 360 no scope that subscribe button, like button for future videos in the future. Thanks for watching. Make sure to 360 no scope that subscribe button, like button for future videos in the future. I messed up on my outro. I'm gonna go. My phone's about to die. I'll see you in the next video next Saturday, or if we get I'll see you in the next video Saturday, Sunday, and probably, well, I might see you Tuesday, because we might get some more WWE. If we get more WWE news, if we get, I can't speak today. If we get any more WWE 2K17 news, I'll make sure to talk about it or do a reaction if it's gameplay or whatever. Alright, so like I said, the 60 no scope, subscribe button, like button. The original video is in the description, like I said in the video, whatever. Bye guys.